you did say this series was over, Mavs in 5. How did the Thunder pull that game out last night?
I'm still bamboozled.
Yeah, it's a bamboozler.
From watching this game last night, I felt like Dallas had control of the whole game. It's like they had control for most of the game. They were up 7, 8, 9 for the most part, and they had a chance to go up double figures and push the lead, but every time they had a chance to kind of put the game away, I felt like Shai Gilgeous just hit a big shot. You know, whether it was 8 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago. And when you're on the road in the playoffs, and I've been in these situations, you're like, all right, guys, let's keep it close.
Yep.
Let's figure out a way to keep it close until the end. But it wasn't so much of what Oklahoma City did. It was what Dallas didn't do. I mean, the Stars, if you tell me this, Skip, Derrick Jones, my role players gave me 17, and P.J. Washington once again showed up.
He did, especially in the first.
Once again showed up and gave me 21 and 12. You'd be like, oh, Dallas got that game.
Yep.
But you know what? The Stars didn't hold up their end of the bargain. And I don't know what's going on with Kyrie, why he's lacking aggression, because I feel like at times, Luka's a ball-dominant player, and he has high usage rate. But those times when Luka comes out the game, that's the point where I feel like Kyrie should be more aggressive on offense. Yes, he's doing some playmaking, but they need Kyrie to score. They need them to be like, have a throwback. Kyrie, we need you to be you. You average 25 points a game.
Yep.
And in the last couple games, like last game, you shot 10 for 17, 22, and then you come with 9. That's not you, Kyrie. Yeah, we won last game, but if these guys are going to get over the top and eventually get to the conference finals, Kyrie has to be him.
Yep.
Now, you can't afford to have both your superstars not play well. If one of them plays well, you win this game. But the glaring thing about all of this, Skip, regardless of how bad the superstars play, the most glaring thing, they can't make a free throw. Like, you left 9 points, 12 for 23.
Yeah.
11 points.
You lost the free throw line by 11.
You lost the free throw line, so that's 52%.
Yeah.
Last game, you shot 16 for 25. That's 64%. For the series, the Mavs are shooting 64%. I can't explain that stat right there, because if they just shoot 75%, they probably sweep. This probably would have been a sweep. So they got some things to clean up, and I'm a little concerned of Luka's shooting. He hasn't shot the ball well, high turnovers, but he's a superstar in that right. And I do expect him to bounce back, and I still have the Dallas Mavericks winning this in 6 now. I think they go to OKC, they say, look, we let this get away. Because they did let it get away. And I say Dallas cleans up their free throw. Luka's not going to go 6 for 20, and Kyrie's not going to go 4 for 11 for 9 points. That's not going to happen.
I heard that one before.
No, but in a win.
I've heard that one before from you, Paul.
Yeah, he did 9 points, but he had 11 assists.
You told me it wasn't going to happen. You said up here, and I trusted your word, that it was not going to happen again.
Right. But I just can't see it. It's just too much at stake now. They go on OKC win. They don't shoot themselves in the foot at the free throw line, and then they come home and close it out. That's what I got.
Could the pressure be applied to such that made them shoot the way that they did? Could guys like...
That's interesting.
Yeah. Could guys like Dart, who's probably the best, one of the best on-ball defenders,
I agree,
be up in your stuff to the point, Skip and Paul, where all of a sudden, every time you go up and down the court, something's wrong with you. You missing shots, you complaining to the referees, you doing things, losing focus of what's on the floor opposed to trying to get easy calls.
Yeah.
Could that be play into why you shot the ball poorly if you Luka?
Absolutely.
You know, look, he was 5 of 22. He had 7 turnovers. He did have 10 assists and 12 boards. And he missed the free throw in crucial situations with 10 seconds to go, Skip. Now, if he hits both of those, they don't have to foul OKC. They can just let it play out and see what happens from that standpoint.
He can't miss those free throws, too. By the way, he can't miss those free throws because this is what you want. You're down 2 with your... Who do you want at the line? Luka Doncic.
Well, I would rather have Kyrie at the line.
You want, but like, you're like, okay.
I would rather probably have Kyrie at the line.
You feel like you're in good hands with Luka to knock down.
I didn't feel...
He has had free throw line demons in playoff games.
He has.
I sat there when he went to the free throw line. The first thing I said is, oh, he gonna miss. I was hoping he missed 2, actually.
But I just feel like, regardless of how he's been shooting the free throw line, when you're as clutch as him and you're the superstar that you are, that gene comes out down the stretch.
You hope.
Now, if that was like LeBron or KD, we'll be crucifying them right now.
Of course you would.
Like, but so I'm giving it to.
Away.
I'm giving it to Luka. He got to make those.
Thank you.
He got to hold his team accountable. You're the superstar. You want all the writings and the praise when y'all win. And you got to take it when y'all take an L. He's got to make those free throws if you guys want to advance. Because if they lose this series, we're going to come back to that. Like, look, we had a chance right there. The swing game right there. That's the swing game. And that can turn the series or put it on his back.
You look at, I mentioned Dart and I mentioned Luka and we talk about Kyrie's 9 points, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, to me is a bubbling superstar. That's the 0 to 60, 60 to 100 when you need him to be at the end of games. When he's getting to his spot and knocking down shots, it not only did he score 34 points, he only attempted 1 3. So what does that tell me? That tells me he didn't rely on the 3-point shooting to get his points. He was getting to the perimeter game, getting to his mid-range shots, driving, and he also hit his free throws. He was 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He knocked his free throws down. And whenever you have, as you said, when you got one star player doing his job and you have 2 that didn't do their jobs, most likely your team is going to win. Even though you looked at the role players in the past and you said, well, he doesn't have a whole lot. They did their job when they needed to. They stepped up when they needed to.
That was the key.
That's the key.
Down the stretch.
Entire key thing is Skip. They stepped up when they needed to. And the other guys in Dallas, when they saw their stars struggling, they didn't rise to the occasion. Period.
You can't tell me. Like, when you shoot 38, if you look at a stat and you say, oh, they shot 38 from the field and 25 from 3, you're like, oh, they probably lost.
But when did they hit their points, though?
Exactly. That was
Thank you.
Down the stretch.
So, Paul Pierce, you're going to be wrong about the Oklahoma City Thunder. You are underestimating what they have done all year long. This is who they have been all year long. They won 57 games, most in the West, because this is how they do it. They led the NBA in double-digit comebacks because that's what they do. As Daigneault, their coach, said after the game, he should be Coach of the Year and Shai should be the MVP, but he's not. And I take nothing away from that big joker in Denver because he was sensational, obviously, 2 nights ago. But listen, what Shai has done to lift this team to 57 wins, he just keeps doing it and doing it very quietly. He almost does it in the shadows because he does it quietly even when you're watching him. Because he doesn't shoot threes. He's all mid-range. I read a stat where that was the most mid-range jump shots made in a playoff game since LaMarcus Aldridge did it for the San Antonio Spurs. So he made
he's the best mid-range shooter in the game.
12 out of 16. KD is up there, but listen.
This guy,
this guy, hey,
surgeon from mid-range.
Hey, he is a surgeon from mid-range.
You don't miss.
It's like inside a mid-range. You know what I mean? It's not like long twos, they're short twos. And he just makes them and make them. He's 6'6", so he's
like
hard
Jordan-esque.
to. Yeah, it is. It is, but he doesn't play with Jordan's force, obviously.
But it's like right in the same area.
Okay. But as Daigneault said after the game, what we do best is we stay together. And it sounds like college rah-rah, but it's true. They stay together. And what he said after the game, what we do best is we endure. They do. They will not quit on you. They won't fold on you. They won't say, you guys are just too good. Now let's talk about those 2 superstars for the Dallas Mavericks, because they're both really, really good at what they do. And I'm looking at, here's the story of the game to me. I'm looking at the second half box. And I'm looking at Kyrie and Luka in the second half. Both of them went 2 for 7 from the floor. Neither one of them made a 3. One was 0 for 1, Kyrie, and Luka was 0 for 3 from 3. Luka went 2 of 4 from the free throw line, so he missed 2 crucial free throws, obviously the last one. But they scored 5 and 6 points. Kyrie 5 and Luka 6 in the second half. Why was that? Why did that happen? because Lou Dort is defending his ass off
Yeah, he is.
against Luka. He is up into him. He's bumping him. He's grinding him. He's pissing him off. He's irritating him.
Yeah.
He's making it physical. Luka's begging for every call.
Yeah.
And by the way, before he did miss the free throw, if we could see that play, that was not a foul play. Luka just fell in the floor.
Yeah.
He just falls down and is like, oh, give me the free throws. Like, give me the free throws. Here it is.
Yeah.
This is on Dort. And they call the foul on Dort. Nothing happens. He just falls down. It's walking. He walked. And he fell, and he said...
No, he got him a little push.
I don't
on
think
the right
so.
hand is on him. He pushed him.
Where?
I
The right hand is on him.
I don't see
the right
it.
hand is on. It's a subtle push right there.
Man, that ain't had nothing to do with that dude falling,
look,
Paul.
look.
Stop it.
It's a
Push
flop.
right there. Look,
He
that
fell,
little
a
slipped.
flop.
He lost his
That little
footing.
shoulder right there
He
got him.
lost his footing, and them referees, Skip, wanted the game to just play on. They didn't want to get involved in
He
it.
pushed him. I saw it.
Okay, so Lou Dort is so good at what he does.
No, without
They're
doubt.
just saying, you got Luka,
No,
and
without
whenever Kyrie touches the ball, watch what they do. Two guys jump on Kyrie. They come flying at Kyrie and say, you ain't going to do that to us. Because if he gets going, as you know, you saw what he did to the Clippers. He had, two 30-point games and one 40-point game against the Clippers. Well, he's not doing it to these guys because they jump double him every single time, while Lou Dort has got Luka unless Luka drives the ball. Then they all just collapse on Luka, obviously. So the scheme and the team defense, they took Luka and Kyrie out of the game in the second half. Well, that's the only way you're going to win that game if you stop, turn those two faucets off, right?
Well, they won the third and the fourth quarter, that's for sure.
The defense, they did win the second half, but the free throws disparity, this is like Dallas should win.
Okay.
Like
Well,
Oklahoma's doing nothing special. They're not shooting well. They're leaning on one guy to carry them, and the rest of the guys play better today. Chet Holmgren,
Here's why you should be scared. Because over the last 3 games, trust me, I watched almost every Oklahoma City game. They played, by their standards, lousy basketball for 3 straight games, and they somehow won last night. They have shot 31% from 3 over the last 3 games. They led the NBA at 39% from 3. And obviously, it's the playoffs, it's Dallas, it's Luka, it's Kyrie. Huh?
I'm trying to figure out how they let because I'm looking at the guys who shoot. They look like they can't shoot.
Okay, but when it was time, to make shots, they made shots.
Jalen Williams can shoot.
All of them can shoot.
I know.
They
Lou
be
Dort
knocking
took
them down,
10 threes, though. Lou Dort took 10 threes.
I understand.
Yeah. And he finally made 2 in the fourth quarter.
He finally made some
But
of
he
the
hit them
fourth.
when it mattered.
Yeah.
Like,
And nobody shoots threes higher than he does because he shoots them into the rafters. And he finally made a couple.
And it was all net. It wasn't no rattling around.
All net. Okay, let's see what Shai Gilgeous did in one stretch that started with 5:59 left. He goes,
he kept them in the game.
This is right here. This is where it started. This is where it started. And he goes, just a little mid-range floater. Okay, that's
And I think they probably down 6 or 8. And then every time they was down 6 or 8, he hits these shots.
Little free throw line fall away.
But the great thing that they also realized, what he realized,
that was a hard shot, and he made it.
Late in that game,
And then this is the capper. Here's the capper. This is a high degree of difficulty, almost from behind the backboard. And he made it, and that tied the game.
But they also realized that Kyrie had them 5 fouls.
Yeah.
And they switched off, and they kept trying to get Kyrie on him.
Yeah.
And once they realized that, Kyrie had to fall off.
How could y'all be confident in this? Listen, if the Dallas Mavericks makes 7 more free throws, that'll put them at 19 for 23.
Hey, what if the Oklahoma City Thunder made 3 more three-point shots?
3 more three-point shots.
That's what you just said.
No, but this team, this team, if I say it, no, but this team, like they shooting. This is look here. They shot 16 for 25 from free throw, and they won.
Yeah.
They shoot 12 for 23. This is not characteristics that you see from a team that makes it to the second round. Everything gets better. The defense gets better, and teams like this usually shoot around 70+% from the free throw. So, like, for me to see them for the series shoot 64%, they're leaving too much meat
points out there
on the bone. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Like, Paul, they gotta, like...
You're betting on the wrong horses here.
No, I'm not, because this is a lot of them beating themselves. Okay. It's nothing Oklahoma that I can say that they're doing to beat themselves. They shot 38%. Dallas, defensively, they were great. Defensively, if I look, I'm a coach. Oh, we held them 38% from the field. They only shot 25%.
Yeah,
like, what is your goals going into all of this?
But if I'm only shooting 38, but you only shooting 40, and then I got you in the end, because we this close, there's no 15-point
well, when you go
deficit.
20, when your team goes 23 for 24 from the free throw line.
Yeah, we hitting ours. Don't blame us. Y'all got to hit y'all's.
Absolutely.
If y'all got Lively on the floor, but wait though, if you got Lively and Luka on the floor and they getting fouled, we ain't worried about them going to the free throw line because they gonna miss.
Yeah, but like this is what they tell you in the playoffs. This is always these close games comes down to free throws.
They do.
A lot of these come down to free throws, and this is the free throw disparity that I'm talking about. If you're gonna shoot. This team, if they continue to, they can't get to the finals, shoot 64%. The great teams are going to do what Oklahoma City did, 23 for 24 tonight, because if we do less than that, we might lose. They did everything they could.
But we can shoot free throws. I'm willing to put you on the line. I'm willing to be aggressive and put you on the line because you're going to miss. You're going to miss. So the fact that they are shooting 64%, tells me they're not a good free throw shooting team, so I'm okay with putting you on the line.
Yeah.
You're not okay with putting us on the line. We shoot 95% last night.
So what I'm saying at the end is Oklahoma is not beating Dallas. Like you're saying, this one category, just like that Dallas can't handle them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're too much for them on the boards, or no, this player's too good, or they're not beating them. So when you look at the game yesterday, you're like, Dallas gave that away. They literally.
But did I force you to give it away, Skip?
It's not nothing I think they did. Yeah, Luka shot 6 for 20. That's not going to keep.
All right,
you just said that the other day.
It's just not.
These guys you just said it the other day, Paul. It's not going to happen.
He went for 30 and they won.
Yeah, but that wasn't a real 30.
Come on. This is not.
He shot the ball. He had shot the ball.
Listen to this. Together they scored 27 points combined. Luka and Kyrie, they scored 27 combined. They averaged 60. So you telling me they gonna score under 30? They average
so let me say this. Let me say this though.
They scored 30 points under their average.
Do you realize? Okay, so you say 30. On
30. If they just scored 20 points under their average in this game alone, they win.
But coach,
think about that.
But coach, 30 and win. 30 in the regular season? Because ain't nobody on the Mavs hit 30 in the postseason. So 30 in the regular season?
They averaged 60 points together. They scored under 30 points under their average. If they scored 20 points under their average, they win. This is what I'm saying. This can't continue to happen.
Who made all the shots that counted in the fourth quarter? The visiting team.
Yes.
They just did.
They did.
They made 12 of 25 from the floor. They made 4 of 8 from 3, while Dallas was 1 of 5 from 3 in the fourth quarter. It's as simple as that. They didn't make the shots that count.
Stars got to be stars to win in the playoffs.
Okay. Well, you do.
They didn't hold up their end of the bargain.
You keep telling me this, though, Paul. Stars got to be stars, but then at the same time, you tell me it'll never happen again. Luka and Kyrie, they just did it again.
To win in the playoffs, it shouldn't even be about your stars, but it is. It should be about your role players, because when you get a role players that's going to step up, that's usually going to be the key, the difference to every playoff win. Now, if they're continuing to hold up their end of the bargain, P.J. Washington Jr. I mean, I can't ask anything more of him. Over the last 3 games, he's given me 24 a game.
Okay. Wait a second. What did he do in the fourth quarter? He gave you 0 for 3.
I don't need that. Listen, you gave me 21 and 12.
Yeah. Interesting.
So now, if the Stars hold up their end of the bargain, if one of them hold up their end of the bargain, just come on now, Luka. Come on now, Kyrie. 9?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
But they got a game plan on the defensive side of the ball.
It don't matter. These are superstars.
It doesn't matter.
The reason they superstars is because they every game plan is against them every night, what you got to understand. They play 82 games with the game plan is directed towards stopping them.
Yeah. All right. I gotta give some love to Chet Holmgren, because he played big for a baby last night. And he's still a baby. This is his first year of NBA. Here, let's look at real quickly what he did. He had 4 blocks, but he comes down on a semi-break and he pulls up. That hit his toe on the line, but he made that one. and then this is the go-ahead shot. This is from the corner.
Yeah, that was
three.
huge. That got him over the hump.
That was
gave him
big. That gave him
confidence.
89, 86.
It's these free throws.
These are 9 seconds left. You got to make these. You got to make them. And guess what? He went swish, swish.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
I will take
Those
that.
are big shots
Big
right
shot.
there.
Huge shots.
Yeah.
But he had 4 blocks, Skip. But another thing that people don't notice, he discouraged about at least 20 shots.
He did.
Like,
Is
saw
he a
Kyrie.
beanpole? Yeah, he's a beanpole. Does
But
he
he's
need
so
to put
damn
on 20
tall.
pounds?
Nah, he don't need to do nothing.
He's tall and he's a quick
No, you got to
jumper.
put on. You got to get stronger. I don't
Yeah.
know if he got to gain weight. He just got to get stronger.
Yeah, that's all.
I think he
Gotta
will.
get stronger, man.
I think he will, unless he's got one of those
If the
metabolisms.
ball is above his head, he's good.
Yeah.
When he brings it in his body, they take it
like
from
they
him.
won. Do you give OKC momentum now? They have momentum based on how they play. Like
Yeah,
they play.
going home.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they go home, but like they have momentum. They haven't played great in like 3 games.
But they feel
They have
good.
they
feel
have not
good.
played great though.
Okay, but they
But they played
dominated
good
game
in-
1 at home.
Yeah,
they did.
played 1 good game in this series.
Yeah, and they played a good
And
quarter.
1 good quarter.
And they played a good quarter last night.
Like so,
That's enough
like,
momentum to carry
they
you
got
into
some
home.
work to do going into Game 5 because
Who got more work to do, them or Dallas?
Dallas looking at this and say, "Oh, Luka's not going 6 for 20 again."
You said that to me the other day.
Luka, I mean, Dallas is looking like
How many times you
we
go-
can't, guys, we can't go 52% from the free throw.
Paul.
Okay.
Like it's not a,
Hey,
it's
Paul,
not
I
a
can
major.
say all the same things about Oklahoma City. Remember, they won 57 games, and not one time in
because
those
everybody
50.
took them
Listen to
light,
this.
Skip. Everybody-
Listen to this. And not one time in those 57 did they shoot this low, 38%.
Skip, you
So
know what
somehow
I'm-
they stole a game shooting 38%.
You know what I'm doing the night before Oklahoma City game this year? I'm probably going out, hanging out all night.
Really?
Like, all right, nobody's seen this Oklahoma City.
Oh, even
coming.
though, so when
Like-
they done won
like-
40-something
like-
games,
like-
so when at the 40-something game mark, you
end of the
still
year-
going out?
At the end of the year, I'll probably say I'll probably need some rest now. They might be a little bit good.
So you-
you know.
So you
After
think,
All-Star break, you still going out?
wait a
If I'm
second.
playing Oklahoma City, I'm like, oh.
So
man, I'm going out.
Luka and Kyrie are going to go out and do the town in Oklahoma
No,
City
not right
tonight?
now. Not right
Okay.
now, but during
That's
the
what I
season.
was about
That's
to
why
say.
I'm trying to say. That's why they won
But where
57
you going?
games.
What city you going
That's
to?
why they won 57 games, because like, oh, we play Oklahoma tomorrow. I'm gonna be out till like 3, 4 in
All
the
right.
morning.
Well, good.
In Oklahoma
Keep sleeping.
City?
Nah, they coming to
Keep
us.
sleeping.
Like, and then exactly. I'm sleeping and they beat us. That's how they won 57
Hey,
games.
If Luka and Kyrie need some places to go in Oklahoma City, I got them. I got them.
I don't think
I'm
they
just saying
call
during
me.
the season, that's how
I
they won
know.
57 games.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.